Evening, everybody, and welcome along to another live watch along on the channel. I am James, and tonight it is the turn of England versus Poland in our World Cup qualifier. We've won the first two games. Can we make it 3 wins out of 3? That is a big question from tonight. I am looking forward to it. It should be a good game of football. I would say ultimately the biggest disappointment, if you're watching this from a neutral perspective, is the fact that Robert Lewandowski is not available. From an England perspective, it is brilliant news, absolutely brilliant news. So buzzing about that. I am at the moment currently live on my own. Adam is going to be joining us later on in the stream whenever he can arrive. See, this is the thing when people say about the Suffolk Non-League show, when they go, why don't you ever start earlier? It's because family, putting kids to bed, etc. Adam will be here as and when he's here. But I hope you're all doing amazingly well. If you are watching this, give us that hello and what you're most looking forward to watching from the England game. As you can see, the team lineup is currently running across the bottom. And once again, it has sparked controversy and talking points amongst England fans ready for tonight's game. It is once again starting with 2 holding midfielders in Rice and Phillips. So you can see Pope, Walker, Stones, Maguire and Chilwell. Phillips as the holding with Rice and Foden, with Sterling, Mount and Kane. So not a massive amount of width. It looks like Walker and Chilwell are going to be able to provide that width in terms of the fullbacks going forward. And it looks as if we want Foden and Mount to be playing central roles. So are we happy with that? For me, I would have liked to have seen it being Rice and Foden as a mid. Would I? I don't know. I mean, I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. I'm not overly fussed about it. I'm liking that we're going with the 4 at the back still. We haven't reverted to 3 at the back against a bigger team. I think that was one of the criticisms that a lot of people had from the opening 2 games, that were saying, right, well, when we play somebody of a considerable quality, we'll instantly revert back to our 3 at the back, and then we'll just go all defensive. But he's stuck with 4, which is a good thing. So yeah, I said I think it's a good lineup. I'm pleased to see Foden and Mount back in there again, which is the main thing for me. That's what I'm looking forward to watching and seeing how they get on. For me tonight, I just want to see Kane staying up top and as a striker. There were so many times against Albania where he kept dropping in deep and trying to collect the ball and making things happen. When you've got Rice, Foden, Sterling and Mount all doing that for you, you don't need Harry Kane dropping that deep. So tonight, fingers crossed, Harry Kane just stays up top and just does what he does best, which is scoring goals. Shem is in the building. Evening, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Evening, all. Still buzzing from last night's training and looking forward to tomorrow. I'm so pleased that social media again has started buzzing about non-league football being back, which is fantastic, which is the most important thing. And safety first from Gareth. I see. Yeah. I mean, that is the thing. When you do play with 2 holding midfielders against any team, you are going to come in for that criticism. I'm just going to bring up the substitutes benches for tonight's game. I just want to see what other options that we could have gone for. So on the bench, we do have, Lingard is one that's missing out. A lot of people, Lingard missing out is a big talking point. Bellingham could have come into the team. Would it have been maybe a little bit too early to chuck him in? I don't know. Could you have gone with another striker up top and played 2 up top? And maybe played Ollie Watkins or Calvert-Lewin up there. I mean, for me, probably not. But who knows? As I said, I'm relatively happy with it. But as I said, I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section right now, what would have been your 11? Are you happy with the 11? Alex, I hope you're all right, mate. Hope you're doing well. You're on your own tonight. No, it's just the fact that, as I just mentioned a moment ago, because Adam has to put his child to bed at this time, I'm literally just waiting for him to become available. So this is why we never start the Suffolk Non-League show earlier than 8:30, because we just simply can't do it. I've been incredibly lucky tonight that I've been able to put my son to bed and everything's gone calmly, and that I am ready for 7:30 it doesn't always work out like that, but that's where we kind of stay. That's the situation we find ourselves in tonight. So yeah, as I said, looking forward to it. I'm buzzing about tonight. I love doing these watch-alongs. There's such a relaxed way of being able to do content, being able to talk to you guys, have a bit of a chat. What we'll do throughout the game is I want to get Adam's 1 to 11, and I'll give my 1 to 11 as well. I want to get your 1 to 11 for the Euros. If you were going in right now, what would your 1 to 11 be? So I'm going to get Adam's opinion on that later on. And I think at half-time, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the England under-21s as well, because I was watching the game before. I watched the second half, rather, of the game. England, unfortunately, 91st minute goal that they conceded meant that the England under-21s are now out of the tournament. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about AD Bufoy's comments during the week as well about the job. It's been bitterly disappointing. So I'm gonna have a bit of a rant on that, but I want more people to be in the chat. I want more people to be watching the show, and I want to get Adam's thoughts and opinions on things as we go through. So we're going to be discussing that at half time. Yeah, no worries, mate. As I said, but it's very rare that people jump into a stream first thing, so don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. Shem, my third oldest, is watching this and the game. Love that, absolutely love that. Shem, Boothroyd, not good. No, to be honest, I'll expand on it a little bit more, but no, ultimately not. And his comments after the game just now, which I listened to before I clicked the live button, have probably peed me off even more, if I'm being honest. Shem, get Lamps as under-21s manager. Great review. That's a hell of a shout. I was thinking, who will I bring in? Because I knew people would probably ask me that after I give my thoughts and opinions at halftime. So that is a hell of a shout. It really, really is a good shout. From what he did with Chelsea, with Derby in terms of promoting youth players and playing them, it's actually a really good shout. Quite like that one, shout. So England at the moment are currently in the tunnels waiting to come out. We've got about 5 minutes or so to go before kickoff. What was that? I'll do it. What bit's that about, mate? Let me just reply. What does that mean? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going on a bit of a ramble here. But yeah. So what do we think the score is going to be? Your score predictions in the chat right now. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know score predictions. I'm going to go with 2-0 England. I'm going to go with a 2-0 England win. And for those who don't know, actually, this is a good talking point. I said when I was talking about the show, the England live. Go for it, mate. Why the hell not? I said on Monday night's live show that I think England are going to win tonight. I said I'm really confident about England winning this game of football. And Ben Moore, bless his heart. I don't know if Ben's actually in the chat. He normally makes himself known. But if Ben is here, Ben said to me, just as we were closing the show, if Poland win, you have to have an Ipswich background for the entirety of next Monday's show. So I messaged him afterwards and I said, yep, okay, I'll agree to that. I'll sign myself up to that because that's how confident I am that Poland will not win this game. So if Poland do win, then I have to have an Ipswich background for the entirety of the show, and my credibility with my dad will go even further down. I haven't mentioned that one to him. We've got some predictions in, and Liam is in the building. Good evening, my man. Hope you're doing well. He has said 1-1 or 2-1 England. No, Liam, you've got to pick. You can't have both. Do you think we're going to draw, or do you think we're going to win? Positivity, my man. Shem has said 3-1 England. And Alex has said 2-1 England. So both predictions are saying England are going to concede, which is interesting. I think without Rob Lewandowski there, without that main man up top, I am struggling to see where their goals are coming from. I could be horrifically wrong, and we could be 3-0 down within 30 minutes, and that would just be typical me. But as for me, I think this is going to be an easy win. tonight. Well, not easy. Let me rephrase that. I think it's going to be a win. I don't think it's going to be easy. Groomy, always on the fence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Liam, pick a score, mate. Pick a score. Win or draw. Win or draw. I don't mind whichever one you want to say. Just pick one. That's what that's what I'm saying. But tonight, hang on. What's he saying? Adam's messaging me. Here we go. Only now eating dinner. That is shocking. That is shocking. But yeah, tonight, as you can see from the attire, I'm in the living room watching the game tonight. So I have got the Sky remote. I am watching it on ITV, so I am watching it live. I'm not going to be watching it on the link, either online or something in the other room. So I'm not going to be 30, 40 seconds behind everyone. And then when you factor in the lag and the internet speed, etc., for the live show, last game I was about a minute and 20 seconds behind everybody else. So everyone was typing stuff into the chat, and I could see that England or something was going to happen. But tonight I'm watching it live with you guys, so I will be able to react live as we say. 2-1 England. Yes, Liam. I love it. Positivity. So both Liam and Alex are going 2-1. As I said, Shem's gone 3-1, and I am going 2-0. Keep those score predictions coming in for tonight's game. Shem, huge fines for Keno. He's only eating his dinner. Yep. I'll have to make him do some sort of forfeit. Although the day he's had a pretty bad day, to be fair to him. So we'll let him off. We'll let him off this time. Gone to an ad break. National anthems are done, and I think the players will start to come out in the next few minutes. So as I said, tonight, any topics you want me to talk about, anything you want to ask us, put it in the chat, and we'll answer any questions you've got. As I said, we will be doing our 1 to 11, probably in the second half, and we will be talking about AD Boothroyd at half time. But any other questions or queries or whatever the case may be, anything you want to ask us and talk about, feel free. Absolutely feel free. Would love to hear from as many of you as possible. A couple of minutes before the game kicks off, maybe about a minute or so to just do that. So I do just want to say a massive thank you to all of our recent Patreon members on the channel. We have had 3 new Patrons in the past week who are helping support and push the channel to another level. So we really, really do appreciate every single person who has put something towards the channel. If you want to get involved with that, links for it will be in the description of the video. Go over to patreon.com/DJam if you want to help support the show. Or if you want to make a one-off donation, you can do that via the super chat. So if you're watching on YouTube, next to the comment section is a little $sign. If you put something towards that, I have to read your comment out. You can put anything. And when I said you can put anything and I have to read it out because you made a donation, people went mental. On Monday night, I got dogs abuse thrown at me because of the Norwich and Ipswich stuff. If that's how you want to do things, you want me to read out messages like that, put a super chat in and I will read out your messages. But quite a few of you have now joined in. I can see the numbers are going up as England are about to kick off, which is really good. I'm really, really pleased. So hopefully England can get a good win tonight. And England players are taking the knee, and Poland players are taking a standing, but are pointing towards the respect badges by UEFA. Very interesting, contrasting moves from both teams, but love that either way. And we are underway for tonight's games. We've got Alex who's asked a question: would you still have Kane as skipper? My gut feeling would probably be yes. I think he's somebody that does. It depends on what you see as captain material, because the old school captain no longer exists in modern football. So most captains nowadays lead by example. Oh, short pass. He's managed to recover that well. Jesus Christ. But if you look at our team tonight, in the midfield, Rice is probably the only candidate that could be captain. Would you have him as captain at this young age? Probably not. In defence, I wouldn't want Maguire as my captain. I wouldn't want Stones as my captain. There's probably an argument to say Kyle Walker could be your captain. Maybe. Chilwell, no. Goalkeeper, no. So where are the other leaders? That would be my question to you, Alex. What do you think? Where are the other leaders? Because, this is probably as close to his starting 11 as you would likely to get. I think the only other candidate you could have would be Jordan Henderson when he's in the team. I reckon Jordan Henderson's probably the only other shout that you could arguably make for that, because I think putting it on Rice at this moment in time is probably a bit of a risk, considering he's only just got into the team and is just starting to embed himself at international level. But I'd love to hear everybody else's thoughts on that. Not a striker. That's fair enough. But again, it comes down to what you see as striker material, or captain material, because what is now captain nowadays is not what we refer to as captain from 10 years ago. So yeah. Liam, yeah, Slim, he has to be, unless Hendo is fit, then it should be him, which I probably tend to agree with from Liam. Shem, Rice as captain would go down well in Ireland. Yeah, definitely. Stones, maybe. I don't really know enough about him as an actual leader, but he's a very, very good defender. So it's definitely worth an option. You'd probably say it'd be Kane, Henderson, and then maybe Stones. But I said I reckon Kyle Walker's a good shout. Is a very, very good shout. Yeah, Michael Crover's in the building. Evening, mate. Hope you're doing all right. And massive thank you for everything that you continue to do for the show, Michael. It's massively appreciated. On here, I've got Stones to score any time, says Shem. That's it. From set pieces, free kicks, and corners. That's actually not a bad shout. Wolf Tone, will you be able to go to local football, or are spectators not allowed at the moment? No, spectators are not allowed until the earliest of the earliest of middle of April. We have asked for clearance as to can we go as media, but we are yet to receive a response from anybody to say whether or not myself and Adam can go. And until we get that clearance, we do not feel comfortable with going. From my perspective, I know that there are one or two people who don't like me who will make it abundantly clear and will let the relevant people know if I'm out and about recording football matches when I shouldn't be there. So I'm not prepared to take the risk until I'm allowed to go, because there are unbelievably petty people out there. So as much as I would love to go, I'm not prepared to risk it. But as to the moment I get clearance to say the media are allowed, then I will be going. But for the time being, we'll have to wait and see. Slim, you gave George Skipper, he is a striker. Oh, there we go. We have a park at Ufford, take the kids. Yeah. Whether or not I might be out and about for a walk and there's a game on, maybe, but I won't be recording it. Let's put it that way. I've always liked an experienced defender as Captain Walker. Yeah, as I said, Michael, I agree with that. For me, Kyle Walker, out of the defenders, is probably the main one you would get. As I said, Henderson's probably the only other choice you've potentially got on that. Shem, I'm hoping to get some footage on Saturday. We are away at Ufford. Mate, if you've got any highlights you want to put onto the show, if you've got any highlights of the game that you're going to, and this is for anybody else as well, because I know a majority of you are here from the Suffolk Non-League show and you are here because of the non-league coverage that we do. If you have any footage you want to share with me, send it over to me via email, and I'll make sure we can get the video sort of put together and put as a highlights package for Monday night show. In Cooper, I don't rate Walker. To be honest, there are a lot of people who are in the same boat as you, mate, who don't appreciate. But a lot of people don't value Kyle Walker in this team, and they'd rather see somebody like Wan-Bissaka, Alexander-Arnold, Reece James in the team, which I completely get and I completely understand. But for me, when you've got Chilwell who attacks so much, when you've got Stones who is the better of the two, Maguire for me is a bit of a weak link. And if you're going to play 4 defenders at the back, if you play with 3, I agree. If you're going to play wing backs, Alexander-Arnold, James, and Wan-Bissaka. No, sorry, scrap that. James and Trent Alexander are your better options if you're playing 3 at the back. If you're playing 4 at the back, it's between Kyle Walker and Wan-Bissaka because they offer you more defensive stability. And Kyle Walker, with his pace, can easily sweep up and cover and make sure the things don't happen. So, there's that argument as well. See you Saturday. Love that. Absolutely love that. I had to keep him somehow. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Adam, give me a thumbs up when you're ready, my man. I can see he's joined the show. Just give me a thumbs up when you are ready and I will bring you in. So that's good. Only 7 minutes late. Don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. It's fine. Not even a smirk. Not even a smirk. There we go. Just 2 middle fingers. How lovely. Do you know what? It's 7 minutes into the game and I'm too busy answering your questions. I hadn't even talked anything about the game. But there's not been a huge amount going on, if I'm being honest. It's both teams kind of settling into a rhythm of things. A couple of niggly fouls here and there. England have just had a header over the bar. But it's been a good debate so far. Keep those questions coming in. If there's anything else you want myself and Adam to answer, then just get those questions into the comment section and we'll try and answer them as best as we possibly can. Poland have had a good ball into the box there, but England have dealt with it well. And Kyle Walker just absolutely hoofs the ball away downfield. And Poland are going to easily deal with this. Where is Adam? Adam is right here.
Hello, boys.
There he is.
What channel is this game on?
It's on ITV. It's always on ITV.
Which ITV is it on?
ITV1.
Oh, here we go. Oh, email and password again.
Hi, Adam. Says Dean.
Hi, Dean. I'm not very organised. I'm just eating my tea.
I know, Dean. What channel? Shem says huge fines, Adam.
Won't find me anything.
Fine for bit. No, to be honest, I need you too much. I can't afford to find you. Alex, God, I've missed that face. There you go. You've been sorely missed.
Oh, that's nice.
Brilliant.
Have we watched any perfect football so far? Has there been anything?
Not really, to be honest. As I said, it's been a bit niggly. It's been a bit cagey. Both teams trying to set themselves into the game. But we've been actually having a bit of a chat in the comment section. Kane is the captain at the moment, and who would you have instead? Would you have Kane as the captain, or who else would be captain material? And for me, if Henderson's available, he's probably the first choice. If not, Kane, and the other option I gave would be Kyle Walker.
Yeah, well, it was Sterling the other night, wasn't it? Which was interesting. The one that used to be full of the horror stories when it came to the press, becoming a captain for a night was quite a nice little story. I feel like it's like written sort of in the stars for like Declan Rice or someone like that to get it in the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of said that maybe giving it to him now is probably not the best option because he's literally only just got into the team. Let him maybe get to 20 or so caps before you chuck that onto him. But I don't know. Henderson's the most experienced one out of there, but there's a big question mark about whether or not he's actually going to be available for this tournament. Kane makes the most logical sense from things moving forward, but we've had the discussion in the chat already. Do you want your captain to be a striker?
We don't have a leader like we had in Gerrard, do we?
No. or your guys at the back like your Rio Ferdinands, your
That's
Campbell,
it. Yeah.
Like I said, football has changed so dramatically in the last 10 years that the traditional captains that we grew up watching and admiring are just no longer there. They just don't exist in football anymore.
Like, I used to think Joe Hart was a good captain, to be honest.
Yeah.
So vocal, but Nick Pope will never be that. Like, good goalkeeper, but he's not a captain. No. I don't see him as that.
No. I don't trust anybody like Maguire as my captain. Maybe there's an argument for Stones, but I think that would be after a couple of extra seasons at Man City in the current form that he's in at the moment. Chilwell's not captain material. If you're just purely going on tonight, Foden's too young, Mount is too young, Chilwell's not captain material. I don't want Maguire as my captain. Sterling, no. So really, it is Kane, Walker, or Stones are the choices you could have.
I think Walker would make a good captain, to be honest, but depends on his form.
Yeah. Alex says, how many are captains for their clubs? It's a good point. Kane is captain for Tottenham. Anybody else?
Billy Gilmore, yeah, it's Chelsea, isn't
it? Yes. Yeah.
Good player.
Yeah, very talented player. Very, very talented player. But how many of them are captains for the side? Well, I don't think Pope is. Chilwell's definitely not. Sterling's definitely not. Mount is definitely not. You'd have to say Harry Kane is the only one.
It's not a team brimming with leadership. That's the problem.
No. Henderson obviously is captain of Liverpool when he's fit, when he's available. So you'd have to say it's out of those two, really.
Henderson, good show.
Oh, there you go. Gilmore is Scottish.
I've got Gilmore. Oh, well,
there you go. I should know. I'm managing Chelsea at the moment on Football Manager. I should know.
Yeah, I've had him on loan for 4 seasons at Bolton.
Yeah, you should definitely know. So, 13 minutes into this game.
How am I behind you?
Because I'm watching it live.
Well, so am I.
I'm in the front room.
Oh, you're using an actual old school television, you absolute dinosaur.
I had to dust off the television tonight in order to make sure. Yeah, I got access to the front room tonight, so I thought, why the hell not use it? I don't want to be a minute behind. I thought I might as well use it.
I thought you probably chucked your wife in the garage, to be honest. Locked her in there.
Well, she'll be allowed out later on.
How do they make them little video screens appear on the steps at Wembley? I was baffled by that the other night.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually realise that. Never even spotted it. I'm in front of both of you. Well, this is the problem, Alex. I'm watching it live on TV, but because we're broadcasting to you, we're always going to be about 30 seconds behind you, or supposedly behind you, because you won't get this the moment we're talking about it live. So, there is that. But yeah, Alex, but Adam is definitely behind you.
I'm not on ITV +1. It's not that bad. I'm on 14 minutes and 11 seconds.
Okay, 14:57.
Okay, I might be on ITV +1 minute.
There you go. The steps have a material over it, which is then lit with LED.
Oh, well.
Our audience know their shit, mate. They know their shit.
He looks smart, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Basically an ad board laden steps is what he's saying on there. I've said what we're going to do in the second half, Adam, is we're going to pick our England 1 to 11s for the first game of the Euros in the summer. So
this is a terrible idea with my player knowledge.
So have a bit of a think.
Not even worth me doing. I'll make a mug of myself. I'll just nod to yours. You go first. I'll say the same.
Have a bit of a think, mate. Have a bit of a think. And we're going to be talking at half time about the England under-21s going out. I don't know if you probably didn't catch any of the game at all.
Absolutely not. I've been busy.
But the under 21s are out. They
I saw that. Yeah,
with a 91st.
Get rid of Boothroyd now. Absolute failure.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that at halftime. Thoughts on our home kit? The England one. It looks nice, to be fair.
You can't do much with white, can you? You just have to. This reminds. It's very classic.
Yeah.
Is this our new tournament kit then? Is it the one that's released for the summer?
I think so. But I'm sure people in the comments will let us know about it.
When will we get Adidas as our kit manufacturer so we can get something creative?
Yeah. No, definitely. Right, let's talk about the actual game. Hey, Alex is in the building. Oh no, sorry, Alex. Yeah, very France 98 is what he's saying on there. Yeah,
great. Oh, that's a nice corner.
Yeah, definitely. So let's have a bit of a talk about some of the game then. So it's very much Poland sitting in, men behind the ball, very similar passing of play to the first two games that England have had. And it's literally just about England and whether or not they're going to break people down. That's the long and short of it.
I was going to wear my Poland shirt tonight just to agitate people a little bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that.
I like that shirt.
Oh, England win the ball back. Sterling is now getting into the area. Stays on his feet. Oh, he's gone down, and the ref's given a penalty. The ref has given a pen.
Can't wait to see this in a minute.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. First of all, Poland give the ball away. Sterling picks it up about 10 yards outside the area, bursts into the area and keeps going. Oh, no, that's not a foul. I'm watching this again.
Is VAR a thing in this then?
He's already down. He's already halfway down before he actually gets clipped. I don't think it is because, no, Kane's stepping up to take the penalty. That's harsh. That is unbelievably harsh.
Oh dear, yeah. I've just seen that. That even at first impressions, it.
So Harry Kane is about to step up, and he scores 1-0 to England. Harry Kane has scored. Yeah, you see, again, I am behind to you lot, but I am actually watching it live. But because we're broadcasting, it always takes about 20 to 30 seconds for what we're saying to reach your end.
I may as well watch this tomorrow, the way this is working out. You need to pause it for 30 seconds.
So no way a penalty, says Michael. No VAR at this point. No VAR.
I agree that I would not. That's horrible.
If I was Poland right now, I'd be absolutely fuming because that was not a penalty.
It's a nice penalty by Kane, though, wasn't it? Confident down the middle.
Very good penalty. Very, very good penalty, but no way near a penalty. But England find themselves 1-0 up after 19 minutes on the clock. And
Szczesny looked like he knew that was going down the middle the minute he shifted his body weight, didn't he? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of respect for the fact that Kane doesn't look like he's had a haircut since lockdown, but he really has.
Just getting the graphic updated, everybody.
So at what stage in these competitions is VAR allowed again then? You use it in the Premier League. How on earth can you not use it on an international stage?
I think it's only at the actual tournaments itself, I think.
I take it's because not all of the teams can put it in place. So it wouldn't be a level playing field.
Could well possibly be. But yeah, there we go. 1-0 up. That should settle any nerves that there were potentially. And again, standard stuff. It now forces Poland to come out of their shell, stop sitting with so many people behind the ball, And they've just won themselves a free kick, actually, in a dangerous position, about 5 yards outside the box. It's completely on the right-hand side of the area. But this is a big opportunity for Poland, and Nick Pope has got to be on his toes here. My 6-year-old even said it wasn't a penalty. Sterling dived again, Daddy. He did.
He'll get some stick for that.
Kane will be England's all-time highest goal scorer, 100%. That record will never be beaten. Right, free kick in. Oh, it's a bad one from Poland's perspective. Didn't even get it off the ground. Kane makes a clearance. It's a long ball back in. And yeah, England headed clear again. That was really bad from them. They had a very good opportunity there to put a decent ball into the box, and it literally goes foot height, easily cleared away. Easily cleared away. Apparently, he got it because he didn't roll.
That's why it's no VAR. Yeah,
it's not rolled out because across the whole world yet. There you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. And now that you're here, Adam, I'm actually going to take my first sip of my coffee. Because if I don't have it, there's no chance I'll make it till full time. Oh, there we go. Love that. Absolutely love that. But I said that should settle any nerves tonight. From the starting 11 then, mate, you've got the screen, you've got the team lineup going across the bottom. Who are you looking forward to watching tonight? For me, I'm most looking forward to seeing Mason Mount again. I think he's an absolutely unbelievable talent.
For me, it's the link-up play with Foden and Mount together.
Mm-hmm.
Those two playing together excites me, to be honest. I know Foden will be used in a slightly different way, but he's the future, isn't he? And Mount is actually proving himself he had to establish himself at Chelsea very, very quickly, but he's done it. And all of a sudden, he's bringing himself to a world stage and proving pretty quickly he can do it again.
I think every time people question Mount and say, right, can he play at this level? Can he play at this level? Is he good enough for this level? First it was Derby, then it was the Chelsea first team, then it was Chelsea Champions League team. And now
he didn't have a great run, did he, at Derby when he was there? His season there wasn't excellent.
He was okay. Obviously, they got to the playoffs and he did pretty well. He scored some spectacular goals, but I don't think he was amazing. But the talent is definitely there for sure.
I really want Foden to prove he's the player that, I think Pep said he hasn't seen anything like Foden since Messi or something. Like, what kind of praise is that? Yeah.
Really big praise. Dean, I can never understand how players at that level can't beat the first man from free kicking corners. Yeah, 100% agree with that. And look at this for a first comment from Irv. First comment of the evening from Irv. First of all, welcome to the show, my man. Glad to see that you're here. Chambers should be in for Stones.
Did you call him Scones?
I was about to, yeah.
Did you actually call him Scones? You got cake on the brain. Oh, my days.
First of all, it's scones, not scones, anyway. But yes.
Well, yeah, it is, but
yeah, which is about that. Dean says Foden he's most looking forward to seeing, and which says that Grealish should be in as well as Mount and Foden. Can you imagine Grealish instead of Sterling with Mount and Foden?
No, I couldn't pick Grealish over Sterling. Sterling's too good.
No, Jack Grealish is unbelievable.
He's not better than Sterling. You need to give your head a wobble if you think that.
Oh, no. I'm not having that. Not having that one bit. Comment section, please back me up. Grealish over Sterling. Any day of the week.
That's an absolutely awful football opinion, James.
Any day of the week. Please, comment section, back me up.
No.
Sterling or Grealish? Oh, wow. Southgate isn't good enough.
I agree.
11.
He's too defensive.
Well, this is the criticism he got before the game, was the fact that we're playing Rice and Phillips, two holding midfield players in this game. But the problem is he doesn't trust our defence. That's why he keeps playing.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps playing three at the back, because he just doesn't trust our defence. And that's often why you see Carl Walker playing as one of the three centre-halves and another right-back there, is because he just doesn't trust us going back. And I think tonight, he's obviously decided he wants to play four at the back because he wants to get Mount, Foden and Sterling in behind Kane. So the only way he trusts that to work is by playing two holding midfielders. So I don't know. It get a lot of backlash online for being far too negative on there. So yeah, Grealish should be in as well. Mount has improved so much. Sorry, almost sold him to Watford a few years ago.
Yeah.
So glad he didn't. Foden will be, Phil Foden. I don't want to say too much because we've been here before with Jack Wilshere and stuff like that, where everyone praised up this man. Oh, Sterling's in behind. He just needs to put a pass. Oh, you are shocking. What are you doing, Sterling? England are 2-on-1 in the area. All he has to do is just play the ball across, and it's an easy tap in, and he just faffs around with it. What are you playing at? You're going to watch this in a minute. Jesus Christ, man. Just get the ball across. Dear mate. Ev says Sterling all day long, so you've got a backer of that. Dean says I would go Stones and Cody. That's interesting. Connor Cody. Very interesting call. I don't know whether or not Cody works better as a free. If you've got three defenders in there, I'd probably agree with that. But I'm not too confident playing him as one of the four defenders. Grealish has to run rings around everyone at least 3 times before he passes the ball to anybody else, says Irv, which is a fair comment. I think Jazzer 11 Dad is a legend, says Shem. And Dean, that's why Sterling is poor. Have you seen the incident?
Yeah, it's unlucky, wasn't it? Grealish would have tripped over on his way into the box.
Behave yourself. To be fair, Grealish would have actually probably got that top bins.
Oh, be quiet.
He would have curled that in with his right. He wouldn't even have bothered passing. He'd have gone for it on his own.
I need to go and shut the door. I can hear our washing machine.
There you go. Sterling is like a rabbit in headlights.
The thing with Sterling is he does like to go for goal every single time, and it does sometimes it's very annoying.
Yeah.
But I still think he's the more technically gifted player.
Dean, whilst, yes, technically I do agree with this comment, if you are playing three at the back, the problem with playing three at the back, 2 wing backs, and then potentially a holding midfielder or 2 holding midfielders is that we've got so much attacking options going forward. Oh, Jesus. Sterling tries to wriggle around there and nearly manages to get another penalty, but this time opts to stay on his feet.
You notice Pope's trying to play with the ball at his feet after the criticism he got in the week.
Yeah. It's not really working, is it? But the problem with playing all of those guys, as I said, in the back three and then 2 wing backs is with the attacking players that we have got available, the likes of Sterling, Foden, Mount, Grealish, Maddison, Jadon Sancho, and then you've got the likes up top of Kane, Calvert-Lewin, Watkins, etc., all available. All of our best players are our attacking players. So, do you sacrifice those guys up top, which is the best part of your team, to be defensively solid by playing 3 at the back with fullbacks?
We want this attack with the defence of the last generation. Then we'd have a world-beating team.
Yeah, quite possibly. But this is why I want to have that debate in the second half: is who would be in your 11 for what would be your 11? Would you play 3 at the back, or would you go with more attacking options moving forward? It's a fascinating chat on there. Sterling is having a go, which is what Michael Crowther says on here. Yeah, fair play to him. He is making stuff happen, and he is very, very busy. But I agree with the comment earlier on. The moment he does, and he gets into a position of actually doing something, he is a rabbit in the headlights, and he does panic. He really, really does panic. Then Mount, Grealish, and Foden. Okay, so you're not going with, if you had that as your team, then Dean, you would be saying that. So you wouldn't have Rice or Henderson in your midfield, which is interesting. So yeah, then Kane and Calvert-Lewin up top.
For the players that we've got, you'd think a 4-2-3-1 would be like the formation.
Yeah,
Sterling on the left, Foden on the right. I'm not quite sure who I'd sit just behind but probably Mount with Kane up top. It's just how do you protect the defence?
Yeah. Should we have a conversation now about the 11? Because I'm itching to get my team out there.
You can. I mean, I probably can't complete a team. I don't know if I can name 4 England defenders very easily.
Tell you what, Calvin Phillips has done really well there to try and win the ball back.
So, like Calvert-Lewin, I was really impressed with the other night.
There he is. The main man is in the building. Look at that. Steak Bake is here.
Hey.
Evening, my man. Hope you're good. Hope you are good. How are you doing, mate? It's been a while since we last spoke. How are things? Bet you're buzzing for football to return, aren't you? 100%.
They've already been out.
Where is Rashford fitting in? Says Shem.
See, that's the thing. There's so many options. You start forgetting what you've got available.
Yeah. This is the thing. This is what I'm saying. All of our best options are attacking. So if you go with 3 at the back, you're then ultimately sacrificing what is arguably the best part of your team.
So Trent hasn't even been selected. I don't know if he's injured or whatever, but he's not even in this team, is he?
No, he was dropped. He was dropped because of form. Is what Southgate said. Hasn't been playing well enough, so he's not prepared to give him a chance.
Jadon Sancho's not playing either, is he? He's not in the team, I don't think.
No.
It's another attacking option.
I'm not sure if that one's down to injury or not. I'm sure people will let us know.
That's the thing. That's another person that can play in Sterling's position.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing.
You've got too many players that can do the same job, and then about 5 defenders to go round.
Yeah. For me, right, here we go. I'm going to name my team then. I'm going to do it. So for me, if this was starting the first game of a tournament in the Euros, my team would be. Well, how's that foul, ref? My team would be. So I'd go Pope in goal because I don't trust Pickford as far as I can throw him. So I'd go Pope in goal. My back 4 would be Walker, Stones, Maguire, and Chilwell. So the back 4 that's in place tonight, I'm comfortable with that. I'm very happy with that. I would then, if Henderson is fit, I'd have Henderson and Rice as my two midfielders. I would then have. This is difficult. I'd probably say Foden, Mount, and Grealish with Kane up top. And that literally, Kane or Rashford, because I wouldn't have Sterling. Sorry, not Rashford, not Kane, rather. Rashford or Grealish. Oh. Get your 1 to 11s in the comment section right now, everyone. I'd love to know what you all think. So Pope, Chilwell, Maguire, Stones, Walker.
I can't see Trent being left out of that 11 long term though, James.
No, but Kyle Walker's the best option right now.
Yeah, I think I can't really see too many arguments with that team other than Sterling one, which I said. But the back 4, I think you've got to have Trent in. I only think he's been left out to give him a kick up the arse to get him ready for tournament football. There's no way you're going to a tournament and not taking Trent.
Well, there's the argument to say that Reece James is playing well for Chelsea, so he deserves it far more.
He was terrible the other night, though, wasn't he?
He wasn't amazing, but he wasn't poor. You know, Kyle Walker plays week in, week out for Man City, one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
So there's that debate. Wan-Bissaka plays game in, game out for Man United, doesn't even get stiff. There's the argument for that as well. You know, this is the first time we've actually had a plethora of right backs available. So it's unbelievably difficult to pick all of them. So I don't know. We've got our first 1 to 11 in. It's from Dean. Pope, Trent, Stones, Maguire, Chilwell, Henderson, Mount, Grealish, Foden, Kane, and Rashford.
So Kane and Rashford up top together is a nice little combo.
Yeah. And he's saying play that in a 4-1-3-2. I love people to get
4-1-3-2. Jeez.
Yeah. Very attacking. It's very bold. It's literally a case of outscoring the other teams. Alex, scary how we are now talking about who can fit in when we were worried about the left side a few years ago.
No, that's a good point from Alex. Like, as players from the previous generation started retiring, there was that time where you were worried about how those gaps were going to be filled.
Yeah. For me, it's Chilwell or Luke Shaw. And Luke Shaw's having a very good season for Man United, so there is a big case to be said for Luke Shaw. But from what I've seen in these games and from what I've seen of him playing at Chelsea, I quite like Ben Chilwell. And I've been a big fan about him. And Dean has put, we're also forgetting about Trippier as well, which again, you know, he's a go-to man for Southgate, isn't he? Southgate loves Kieran Trippier. So, you know, there's another right-back option right there. Shem, as a Chelsea fan, James needs to work more defensively and on his temperament. So maybe this tournament is a little bit too early for him. But again, everyone, get your 1 to 11s in the comment section right now. I'd love to get everyone's thoughts on it.
Do you reckon Tyrone Mings will end up getting taken? Considering those options that we're talking about,
I think he will, because he's somebody who can play in a number of positions, isn't he? He can play a centre back or left back.
Yeah. And
when you're going into tournament football, that's important.
If you really needed to, you could stick him in front of the centre backs as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which is why somebody like Kyle Walker will go, because he can play centre half or right back.
Yeah.
It's why somebody like Ward-Prowse will probably go, because he can play centre mid or he can play on the right hand side. Rashford can play as a striker or a winger, so they'll pick him. You know, Mount can play as holding role or the playmaker, deep line playmaker, can play as a box to box, attacking, or as an option coming in from the wing, cutting inside.
Mount looks so much better though, attacking the opposition box, actually making things happen. He looks such a better player there.
Yeah. That's yeah. There is the argument, if you've got him in your centre midfield, do you need both them, Rice and Henderson, doing arguably the same job?
Like the other night as well, we were saying how Jude Bellingham was probably the most exciting player that had been on the pitch all night long. Yeah. Give him another 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to get, 3 months, whatever.
Yeah.
Still.
He's definitely an option for the future, 100%. This is why I'm so annoyed with what's happened with the under-21s right now. Is because we've got an unbelievable under-21 setup with some unbelievably talented players who you could put an argument for a lot of them that should be in and amongst this first team. And we've this tournament's just been we've absolutely ruined that first team. Absolutely ruined that under-21s team, rather.
I think it's scandalous that England aren't qualifying for those tournaments. And you have no automatic right, but you can have an expectation.
Yeah.
If you're not good enough, you're not getting through.
No, but the fact that it took us until the last game to actually go, oh, we should really start attacking this. It's like, for Christ's sake, should have been doing that from the get-go. I mean, I know Portugal won all 3 of their group games and they've proven that they're a very good team.
That's fine, but we should be stronger than those other teams.
Yeah, Switzerland was shocking. Unbelievably shocking. But Dean's put an argument here for Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham?
What
I don't know about that.
What nationality is the Norwich player? Cantwell. He's in the under-21s. He came on in the second half for the game just now.
Still haven't spoken about Maddison.
Yeah. But again, right back wise, the under-21s one was Max Aarons, and I know people will laugh at
Max Aarons is class.
He's another option at right back.
I don't reckon he'll be ready for this tournament, but he is class.
No, he won't, but it's another great option that is now coming through our youth setup as a nation.
The next 2 or 3 years in his development are absolutely key to him setting what level of a footballer he is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Crowfoot, Luke Shaw. Yeah. He's had a good season.
I don't like Luke Shaw.
No, I know a lot of people don't, but he's had a very, very good season for Manchester United. He's played incredibly well. He's stepped up his game massively. He really has. He's been a very, very good player. So I know people question him in his past. If you're looking for this season, he's actually done very well. Pickford is a big no. He's a fraud, says Dean. The thing is, at club level, he makes mistake after mistake. But when he's at England level, to be fair to him, he hasn't actually put a foot wrong for England.
I was going to say, in an England shirt, I don't really have a problem with Pickford. Watching him play for Everton is absolutely painful, though.
Yeah. Sterling's into the box. Great play. Well dealt with by Poland. But that was actually really good play there by Sterling, to be fair to him.
The Poland team are big, aren't they? Very strong.
Mm-hmm. Sterling jinking around there, trying to make something happen. Cuts inside to cuts back onto the outside of his left foot. Gets a ball across, but it's just well defended there. But yeah, fair play to him. As I said, he seems to be the one person that's actually running at people and making stuff happen. It's just what he's then doing with that final ball is the problem. He's getting into those positions and he's making things happen, but he's just not. He's not quite delivering when the crucial moment comes. But we're 43 and a half minutes into the first half, and I think England are just very comfortable now, just to kind of pass the ball around for the next couple of minutes, and we'll just see out.
Poland haven't shown much, have they?
Michael has said, "I've always said, Adam, you know your football."
After James's comment earlier about Sterling, I think we know who talks the rubbish here.
I tell you what, I'm going to put a poll out on Twitter later on.
Oh God!
Grealish. Do you know? In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now, so we can reveal it at full time. I want this answered.
You'll probably only put Grealish in the answers, knowing you.
Yeah, Grealish or Grealish.
Yeah.
So, debate on the show at the moment between myself and Adam. Who would you select for England? I think this is going to be fascinatingly close.
So it's going to be Brexit all over again.
And we will set the poll for an hour long.
Should give you enough time to lose, shouldn't it? Quickly set up 400 Twitter accounts to try and make sure I can win.
There you go. The tweet is out, guys. Go over to my Twitter handle. Go over to Twitter right now and vote. Who would you have? Jack Grealish or Raheem Sterling? Go Go and make your choice. Alex has said neither. Take Sancho.
To be honest, that would have been a good third option to add.
That is the option. Whether or not Sancho, Rashford, Grealish, or Sterling. Those are your 4 wide options. And they're unbelievably good. They're all unbelievably talented players who on their day can make things happen. Really, really are. But it's half time at the moment. It's just we're now watching a load of TV ad breaks at the moment. Jesus, Lingard, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Alex has said he's doing bits for Dortmund. He is. And there's definitely the argument to be had for it. But yeah, so, Adam, England, under 21s. Shocking.
Not good, is it?
Absolutely shocking. I'm going to get AD Buford's comments up from the other night because for me, this just says everything that you need to know. Right? Right. This is what AD Buford said after the defeat against Portugal, which meant that England were on 2 losses going into the final game. The England senior men's job was called the impossible job. The under-23s team is the utterly impossible job. It's not possible to win at all levels. Part of the reason we haven't won this for 37 years is that the under-21s role is to get players ready for the first team. His comments after the game tonight were, this will be a great learning experience for these players. They will be hurting a lot and they will benefit from this. How in the world do you benefit from going out of a tournament at the group stages? You absolute moron. You absolute moron. We have got some of the best talent available in the under-21s that we have had for a long, long time. This group of players should not be going out at the group stages of this tournament. We should have smashed Switzerland. We should have beaten the team tonight. We should have given Portugal a run for their money. We have not turned up in this tournament. We have been absolutely shocking, beyond shocking, and that falls solely on the responsibility of AD Buford. You know, our under 18s, under 19s, and our under 20s have all been winning tournaments recently, and winning breeds a habit of winning. Winning breeds confidence, and it installs that mentality of, I want to be the very best. Getting knocked out of a group stage does not set you up for the next level of your journey, of your development. It does nothing for you. You need to be installing that winning mentality so that when they go into the first team, they feel that they belong and that they can make an impact for their country. Having that manager as any longer who has come out with those comments during the tournament, if you keep him, you are showing that you do not give a shit about the development of England and their under-21s.
He's not going to stay in a job after that, is he?
I hope to God he doesn't, because quite frankly, that is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I can't understand how it's taken us to get to this point of being at, 90 minutes away from being knocked out of a tournament for us to suddenly take ourselves out of first gear. We've got an unbelievable squad. I mean, let me read you some of the names in our squad, right? So we've got keeper Ramsdale, we've got Max Aarons, we've got Tanganga for Tottenham, we've got Gallagher, Cantwell, Skip, Curtis Jones, Easy, who plays for Crystal Palace, McNeil, and Nketiah. We've got Brewster, we've got Sessegnon. We've got unbelievable players available to us in this tournament.
Some of them are incredibly close to first team as well. Incredibly close. Sessegnon, I'd say, particularly. Very good player.
We should not be going out at this stage. And if you go out all guns blazing and you go out with attacking intent and you lose because you've been outscored, I can accept that. But we just have not turned up to this tournament. We've been lethargic. It's been lackluster. It's just been a poor attitude, and that comes from the man at the top. And the man at the top does not deserve that role. Just simple as does not deserve that role. And for me, I said, we need to go. We need to get a change of manager in to make things happen because, you're going to see a lot of these players now who have been at this tournament not developing as they should have done because they should be going on into the latter stages of the knockout competition and getting that experience in them as well. And we haven't got that because we've been set up to fail.
When you say latter stages, though, that shouldn't be just scraping through a group.
No.
It should be beyond that. Like, I don't know. It's a very odd selection of comments from
this
him.
For me. If we had won by the scoreline that we needed to, which was 2-0 in order to progress, it would have literally been you've cut somebody's chest open and you've put a plaster on it to cover up the wound. If you are scraping through your group stage by winning one game and losing two, again, that is not good enough. It's not good enough.
No.
In no way, shape, or form. And as I said, it speaks massively of the attitude of him, and why this particular group of players have not delivered. Because, as I said, having Eze, having Curtis Jones, who, by the way, Curtis Jones' first game was tonight. Why was he not playing in the opening two games? One of the best players that we have available. One of our next best talents is available, and we're not picking him. Wasn't picked for the opening two games. Why?
I don't really think AD Boothroyd is the managerial name to take that team forwards, though, to be honest.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on who would be.
Well, we had Shem earlier say that Frank Lampard would be a good choice because of his youth policy at both Derby and Chelsea.
Oh, that's a good old shout, that is.
Yeah.
And a bit of pedigree as well. I like that.
Dean says that I think Southgate is better suited in the younger groups and have someone for the England first. The problem is Southgate, now he's had this role, won't go back. That's the problem. He won't do it. There you go. I still think Shearer and Ian Wright duo experience and excitement and passion. Yeah, that could work. I quite like the Frank Lampard suggestion, to be honest. That for me would be a good shout. Why is Keane on ITV giving his opinion? Surely we have some England legends to offer some pearls of wisdom at halftime. I don't know. Well, I mean, Ashley Cole's there. He's giving his thoughts and opinions. So, there is that English side of it. Can't be one-sided.
Roy Keane just gets wheeled out of the wardrobe every single time ITV turn on their sport coverage, to be honest. He must be on a whopping contract. It's just like, come on, dust yourself down, Roy. Time to get our money's worth.
Yeah. Gary Stannard, good evening, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Thanks for joining the show. Not a bad game so far, but they can get better, and they play as a unit. Yeah, I agree with that. We've been okay so far. It's not been majorly impressive, but we are getting the job done, which is the most important thing. And Poland are offering next to nothing. But Gary, at the moment, if you've only just joined us, mate, we want to get everyone's 1 to 11 for the upcoming tournament for the Euros in. So make sure you get your thoughts and opinions for your 1 to 11. Who would you pick for England at this tournament? We've got Alex who said Pope, Trent, Stones, Maguire, and Shaw. Mount, Maddison, and Henderson with Sancho, Kane, and Sterling. So I'm guessing that's Henderson sitting at the base, Mount and Maddison in your midfield too, with Sancho and Sterling on the wings with Kane up top. Wow. That's a It's a very attacking team, but I like that. I definitely like that. Ian, I've got to go, fellas. Early start tomorrow, so enjoy the game and speak Monday. Yes, my man. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the first half. Hope you've enjoy your early start tomorrow. Stay safe, and we'll talk on Monday, mate. Thanks for joining us. Shem has put Henderson as the first person to drop Pope, and I said Henderson, Walker, Maguire, Stones, and Chilwell. Hhenderson, Foden, and Mount. Sterling, Kane, and Rashford.
Hang on.
You're all right there, mate.
Yeah, I'm good.
No idea what's going on, right? At Adam HQ.
There you go.
He just disappeared for a moment. Just going to mute Adam there for a few moments. So, Henderson, Walker, Maguire, Stones, and Chilwell. You're back?
Yeah, Kate just wanted to creep in and get her Easter egg.
Brilliant. Love that. Hope she's doing all right. 4-1-3-2. 4-1-3-2 seems to be quite a popular formation. There's not a massive amount of width in the team, but
I can't see how you can play a 4-1-3-2. That's horrible.
Alex has said best way of defense is attack. This is what our defense is not the best. It's okay, but it won't be good enough to get you to the latter parts of tournaments. So as I said, we've got so many good attacking options. So why not play with as many of them as possible? Why go with three at the back? I think in some games he probably will go with three at the back, though. That's my only concern, because he is so worried about it. But for me, you've got so many good options. Play as many of them as you can. Let's score some goals. Let's have some fun. You know what I mean? But yeah, 4-1-3-2 seems quite a popular formation amongst our audience.
I just don't understand how it would work in tournament football. When teams sit in, you'd get counter-attacked so hard.
Yeah.
For me, it just wouldn't work. You'd be relying on your wing-backs creating overloads in that as well. And if you did that, you're so open.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh, we're getting a lot of
Germany are losing to Macedonia. I've just seen.
Sorry?
Germany are losing to Macedonia.
No way, really? Brilliant. I've just been told on Twitter that Sterling and Grealish do not play in the same position. Well, they fucking will do. They both play out on the wing. How can you say they? Oh, dear me. Never mind.
That's not a conversation with that person that's worth having.
Well, I've just replied. But there we go.
It's good to see Sterling taking a fairly consistent lead, however.
Well, he has got the lead at the moment, but let's see if that's in play towards the end.
I've ordered 5,000 Russian bots to take over the voting, so.
Yeah, Michael's in Team Adam camp on this one. I think with Sterling and Sancho, people will be scared.
The thing is, you can't play Sancho on the right, really.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Potentially not.
You'd end up everyone piling into the middle of the pitch.
We've had a comment on here. San Marino versus Albania looks a classic. What is the score?
Is it a 0-0 by any chance?
What's the score in that one? Let me see. Score fixtures.
That's not exactly a glamour tie, is it?
Yeah, 0-0.
That could be San Marino's first ever win. I was talking about what the odds would be if you bet on them every single time to win. How long it would take you to get your money back?
I'll tell you what, let's check what they are at the moment. Let me have a look at what odds they are to win right now. Because it's 0-0. Might be worth just sticking a quid on that. See if we can try and find out what the odds are on San Marino.
Pretty hefty. I think it's probably still 15-1 or something stupid.
Oh, I have a £1 free bet in my account. I'm putting it on them. Put it on them. Right, in play. Here we go. Where are they? 33-1.
That is so silly. It's 0-0 at half time against a team that are equally terrible.
Albania have had 82% possession.
It's just like England the other week.
Shall I do it? Sod it. I'm using my free bet. Why the hell not? Oh, it's just changed to 40-1. Even better.
It's probably just gone 1-0 Albania as well.
Yeah. Just if anybody wants any proof. There we go. Don't know if people can see that. San Marino to win. £1 free bet. I can cash out and get 41p back on a free bet. Temptation to do that just so I can have 41p in my account.
I tell you what, if you do watch that, that might be a really easy cash out.
Yeah, maybe. Alex has said I love the bots. Yeah. Shem 0-0, 2 shots off target, all half. Wow. Come on, San Marino. Someone please keep me updated with that scoreline throughout the second half. I'd love to know what's going on in that one. Please keep me updated. But the second half has kicked off. England are attacking from left to right. No substitutions, looks like at half time. Oh, it's a bit of a hospital pass there to Stones. Deary me. Poland look to have come out with a little bit of intent here. Oh, what a ball over the top for Foden. Unbelievable pass. Was that Mount? Plays it back to Phillips. Ball into the box. Or that was Walker, rather. It's gone over the top of everybody. And now I'll play for a throw-in. What a ball. Who was that? I think that was Mason Mount.
I'm still watching Millet get booked.
They're just showing her. Alex has asked a random question. Who's your prediction for tournament winner?
Oh, Christ. Not England.
Let's get European Championship 2021.
If Belgium don't win something with the squad they've got at any time soon, they never will. They are peak golden generation right now.
Let's have a look. Who are the favourites? Us and France? Are you having a laugh? Us and France are the favourites. I would have to say I'd say Belgium would be my tournament winners. I'm going to go with Belgium.
The thing is with France, they've got the Mbappe factor, haven't they?
And they won the World Cup recently, so they got that tournament behind them. But 48 minutes into the game, England have got a free kick on the left-hand side of the area. Is it going to be Kane or Foden? It's Foden, whips the ball in. That is a shocking free kick. Absolutely shocking. So much power and height on that ball. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alex has said France have to be the favourites, which goes with what you're saying. I think, yeah. I don't understand how we're 5-1 favourites to win. I can't get my head around that.
Because people are idiots with betting. They just get all overexcited and it makes England silly odds.
So it's England and France are the favourites, apparently. Then it's Belgium, Germany, Spain, Holland, Portugal, Italy, and then you've got Croatia and Denmark. Standard teams after that. France or Belgium for me. I'm going to go with Belgium. Would be my favourite. So,
the thing with France is they've got some very good defenders that are amazing going forward.
Yeah. As a team, they work superbly well, don't they? Good play by Poland to get a ball into the box, but Pope, no pressure, easily deals with that. Brilliant. Our set pieces are woeful. Yes, they are. Yes, they bloody are, Shem. They really are terrible. So Walker's got the ball here on the right-hand side, plays it back to Stones. Looking to build something from the back, as we normally do with England nowadays. The ball never goes long or too far out wide. Long aimless ball up there, and Poland deal with it. Sterling wings the ball back, and Kane now plays in Sterling. He's got a couple of men to attack, tries to cut back inside and look for another option, and plays it inside to Calvin Phillips, to Foden. Got Walker overlapping him, plays it to Walker. He just can't quite get the ball under control, and Phillips has just got to collect the ball and try and make something happen again. Poland have tackled him and got the ball back easily. Good opportunity there for England to make something happen, but Walker couldn't quite get it out of his feet. And then it asked an awful lot of Phillips to try and do something when Poland have then got all men behind the ball. And Poland have now won a free kick and there's a stoppage in play as both players are now down injured. If Hazard is fit, Belgium will be there to Shem. As I said, I reckon France is probably a good shout. They're 5-1. They're 5-1 favourites for France to win that tournament. So you probably have to say France, wouldn't you?
Tournament football is such a lottery, though.
Yeah.
The things like we're saying this, we don't know what groups they've got either.
The groups are decided.
No, I mean, like we're making comment without actually studying what their groups are.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean?
Should we have a look at what they are? So, like, European Championship. So, our group is Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland.
Do we have to play Croatia and Czech Republic in every tournament? Is that a rule?
France's group. Jesus Christ. It's France, Germany, Portugal, and Hungary.
Oh, my days.
Bloody hell. What a horrible group.
Especially considering Hungary are guaranteed to go through. No, that's a three-way split. Big Gun is going to have to go out. Ronaldo's going to be crying early.
So we've got Gary who says Spain. We've got Alex who says Holland. Michael, I don't think you can ever write the Germans off as an option. Alex, yeah, Hungary to finish top. Brilliant. Yeah, that last group, France, Germany, Portugal, and Hungary. Jesus, what a group! What a group. Wales have got a good chance of progressing through as well. Their group is Italy, Switzerland, and Turkey. It's not overly difficult. Belgium's is rather easy. They've got Denmark, Finland, and Russia. Holland is really easy. Austria, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. So yeah, I'd say Italy, Belgium, Holland have got very good opportunities to progress quite easily. It's that group of death, the last one, and Hungary.
Wasn't that because Portugal had a bad qualifying campaign or something, though?
I couldn't tell you. I'd need to do my research. This is the thing. When it comes closer to the Euros and we actually properly research it, we'll be able to give you guys a bit more of detail, but focus has been so heavily on non-league football. Jesus. Spain are useless, says Michael. They drew against Greece at home and let me down for a £441 bet on my five 5-7.
What is Nick Pope doing there?
He's gambling. He's trying to play with his feet when he can't do it.
He's made himself look a bit silly tonight.
Yeah, and this is probably why Pickford will get the nod ahead of him, if I'm being honest. If you're talking about actual goalkeeping abilities, Pope is the better goalkeeper. But for what Gareth wants us to do, I think he'll probably pick Pope, if I'm being honest. It gets harder for England later in the stages. So Shem, again, I'd need to look at the routes and what potential would happen on that one, but who knows? Who knows? So 54 minutes in, Poland have definitely come out with a far better attitude in this half. They're
playing more aggressive, aren't they?
Aggressive, fast paced. They have gone up a gear in this second half. England have not really had it their own way.
They just don't look capable of knocking a ball about.
Sorry?
They don't look capable of knocking the ball about. Everything's bundled.
Yeah. But they're causing us problems now and they're making us think. But yeah, you are right. Their passing is not great from them.
Just not a lot of movement to them. I don't know.
Yeah. England win themselves a free kick, which should calm things down a little bit. I'm just going to get the scoreline up from the other game. I need to know how San Marino are doing. Still 0-0, 54 minutes on the clock. Get in, boys. Absolute guessing. If they can somehow manage to pull that off, if they get themselves a goal in some way, shape, or form,
instant cash out. Instant
cash out. 100% an instant cash out.
You'd probably only get £3 back because they'll be guaranteed. Bookies will still think they'll lose.
That's why if people are watching and are keeping an eye on other scorelines, please put the San Marino score into the group chat because I need to know if I can cash out or not. Please put it in the group. Please put it in the chat. But yeah, if you are one of those people that if you're enjoying what we're doing on the show at the moment, you're enjoying what we're doing on the channel, and you want to help support us, the link, which are our super chat, is enabled at the moment next to the comment section on YouTube. If you want to put anything towards the show, if you want to get a comment highlighted, click the $ next to the comment show and you can put something towards the show. It would really mean the world to us if you did that, even if it's just a couple of quid, etc. That would be absolutely amazing. Any comment that you put in the super chat, it will ask you to fill in something. If you want to put something on there, I have to read it out. And you guys took advantage of that on Monday night. So if you want to do that again, feel free. That'd be absolutely amazing if you could. Dan Barnard is in the building. Evening, boys. Evening, Dan. Hope you're doing well, mate. Poland are 1-on-1, and it's an equaliser. Poland have equalised. Wow.
Can't write Poland off, mate. They are good.
A mistake from England there, and Poland have taken full advantage. Oh my word. It's John Stones with a mistake. Just gets himself all tangled up. And Poland take full advantage of it. There's no chance for Pope. It's gone straight past him. That's all down on Stones. Trying to play it out from the back. He's not even got the ball out of his feet. Poland take full advantage of it. And absolutely power it.
How many times is this conversation going to happen lately? Like, teach people to play out from the back, but you've got to admit there's going to be mistakes. You just got to accept them.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the risk that you pay. Ultimately, that's what you get. Jesus Christ! Wow. So 1-1. Is it Modder who scored? Is that the bloke's name?
Modder.
Yeah.
Well done. You pronounced that correctly, mate.
What minute was that in? 57th minute? Okay, now I'm a little bit worried about my bet with Ben Moore. I don't know if you saw that towards the end of the show on Monday.
No. You were very confident that we'd beat Poland comfortably, and I wasn't.
So Ben put a bet with me. He said, if Poland win, you have to have an Ipswich banner as your background for the entirety of the next Monday live show. So I messaged him afterwards and I said, yep, absolutely no problem with that. No problem whatsoever.
Do we not do foul throws on the international stage?
Apparently the San Marino game is 0-0. You'll need cash at £4 to buy my Guinness, Adam, says Michael. I've just been watching a Monday show again, hoping that needle stopped on my name, says Dan. Oh, dear me. Yeah, just Irv, what did I say? Chambers for Stones. Hang your head in shame, Stones. I'm a bit harsh, Michael. If I get the score right, what do I get? Just a round of applause, Alex. That's all you get. Why did he leave Shaw out? I don't really think he's. I've been defending him tonight. I've been defending Luke Shaw, but I don't really think there's an awful lot he could have done with that. That was all on defense. Gary, very poor at the back. Our England. But we've got a good opportunity here. 60 minutes on the clock. A free kick about 10 yards outside the area on the right-hand side. Needs to be whipped in. It is by Phillips. It's not the best, and Poland clear it. Again,
set pieces.
These players are international players, and the ability of some of these lot to they can't get it even beyond the first man or the second man in that case. Just pathetic. Really, really is pathetic. I mean, even I could do it. Jesus Christ, that's saying something. But there we go. So England have got a throw in now. Is anybody going to make themselves available for Walker? Looked like a foul throw, for being honest. Kane's on the edge of the area. We don't need you there, mate. We need you in the bloody centre. Coming short for the freaking throw-ins. There's no need for it. Poland tried to break, but England have worked it well there. And it's over to Sterling on the left-hand side. Make something happen, mate. Make something happen. Keep running at him. Goes on to his left. Oh, goalkeeper Szczesny's come out and done absolutely brilliantly there. And it looks like England have won a corner there, but Grealish would have finished this game tonight. Yes, Dan. 100%, my man. 100%.
Grealish can get in the bin.
Brilliant. 62 minutes on the clock. England have got a corner. Time to whip in a decent ball here. Make something happen. Somebody in the chat earlier had Stones to score any time. I can't remember who it was now. Potentially, this is the opportunity to make that happen. Why is the referee stopped? Oh, for God's sake, something to do with the linesman's mic not working. Jesus Christ. We've all got to stand and wait around before the mic is put in place. Bloody hell. Oh, we've got the thumbs up. We're good to go. Waste of a minute. Absolute waste of a minute.
We'll probably have to add it on at the end or something, James. I don't know.
Again, shit, corner in. Beat the first man, for Christ's sake.
Need James Ward-Prowse.
Oh. You do notice the quality in free kicks and corners going down, but he's not insane. Grealish is better than Sterling, says Jazza 11. And Barnard says need to go up top. Time to take Phillips off. I wouldn't disagree with that. If you've got Rice there, now is an opportunity to bring somebody else up with an attacking mindset. We don't need two holding midfielders. Although, do we? Because Poland have kind of got off on the rack a little bit here. Do you stick with two holding midfielders? I have to ask what you're doing. Oh, there we go. Food. I knew it would be something like that. What would you do? Would you take Phillips off? Would you take Rice off? What would you do now? Would stick with just one holding midfielder and go for it, or do you think we need to stick with the two holding midfielders? Because as I said at the moment,
at this point, I think you've got to stick with it.
Poland have been the better team in this.
Oh, they have, yeah.
Stones resorted to absolutely whacking it clear now, not even taking any chances of passing it out. That's shaking his confidence a bit there. He just absolutely hammered that clearance into the Poland player. Just gone out for a throw in, but yeah, you can see his confidence has been knocked by that. If that incident didn't happen, he's turning around and trying to make something happen there. Does he play two CDMs rather because he's worried about his centre backs? Yes. It's a simple answer. Yes, he does. It's the only logical reason you can think of. Only logical reason. Shem, midfield looks tired. I would agree with that. And we've got plenty of options. We've got plenty of options to be able to bring on. Let's bring up the team sheet again. We've got Lingard on the bench. We've got Eric Dyer, an absolute push if you really want to. Oh, Poland have had a good chance there. Oh, Jesus, should be doing better there. No one's marking him. Maguire's all over the place. Didn't even know that he was behind him there. Shocking. So yeah, we've got Bellingham we could bring on. We've got Watkins if you want to go two up top with Calvert-Lewin. You've got Dyer as an option there. You've got Lingard as an option. There's plenty of options in midfield if you wanted to bring somebody on. Because yeah, I do agree. We are starting to get a little bit leggy in this half.
Bellingham would be the option for me.
Who would you take off?
That's a good question.
It has to be one of Phillips or Rice.
Probably Phillips.
Yeah.
Trust Rice to sit in a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, Foden's not been amazing. Oh! I think Kane's going to be okay here. It's passed back to Szczesny, who tries to pass the ball out, and Kane just senses an opportunity, absolutely closes him down, goes in for a challenge. And I thought the ref was coming over to give him a red card, but even Szczesny was just like, no, that's a good tackle. Don't worry about it. And Lingard, Calvert-Lewin, and Ward-Prowse. Well, Ward-Prowse is not available because he has to go home. He's had to go back to Southampton for a fitness concern, apparently. I'm not sure what that means, but Ward-Prowse is not available. But Lingard and Calvert-Lewin would be two very good options to try and bring on. Oh, England have got an opportunity here. Foden. He's potentially one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, that's shocking. Should have tried to get it onto his left foot. He's moving further and further away. The more he's letting this come across his body here. Cut back inside onto his left foot. That's what he should have done. He goes with his right, and it's an easy save for Szczesny to make. Bellingham and Calvert on, Phillips off, and possibly Sterling.
It's nearly 70 minutes gone in the game. I am shocked they haven't made subs yet.
Yeah. He would have scored that for City, says Dan. I hope Southgate doesn't take Pickford to the Euros. I think he will because he trusts him, Jazza.
He'll be taken.
He will be there. He will be there. I've seen a lesser tackle sent off for that, says Michael. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That is true.
I thought the ref was to come over and do something. If it wasn't for Chesney saying it wasn't a foul, I think he could have been caught out there. Ooh, tell you what, Mason Mount, what a player. Just a little bit of skill to Jimmy past someone there, has a shot, and it gets deflected. And it's now gone out for a throw, but brilliant play by Mason Mount. Right, England now building out from the back. We are now approaching the 70th minute mark. But Poland, again, very comfortable against England's attacks at the moment and win the ball back. And they now look to attack. But England win the ball back. Brilliant play. Foden just decides to keep a hold of the ball. And crazy that Mount was at Derby last season. Yes. It's a very good player.
I feel like we're at a point where we're really starting to see Kane in his absolute prime now. Do you agree? He's just different, isn't he?
Yeah. My thing with Harry Kane in amongst this England team, and I get why he does it at Spurs because he doesn't have the support him. But when he's playing for England, he does not need to come deep and collect the ball. Just stay up there and do what you do best in and around the penalty box.
Yeah.
Like now, when you've got Foden, Mount, and all of these players playing off you, we don't need him coming deep trying to make things happen. You just don't need it. See, right now he's on the left wing, and now because he's been there trying to make some stuff happen. Nobody's in the centre, and everybody else who should be doing that job is now set on the edge of the area.
But that's problematic of a single striker system.
It is, but you just have to be patient and know that the guys around you are going to be the ones that create stuff and make stuff happen. And there's plenty of talent in this team to make stuff happen for him. But his problem is he wants to be the one on the ball making things happen. And for England, he doesn't need to do that. At Spurs, I 100% get why he does it. Yeah. But for England, you don't need to do it. Do not need to do it. Where would you see Kane go if he leaves Spurs? I don't think he's going to go.
Man City are on the lookout for a striker. He really doesn't fit their mould, though.
No.
But don't forget, Man City will be looking to make sure they get enough players in for the Euro qualification thing. So a British striker would actually make more sense than Haaland and Mbappe. There's not many strikers in the world that they can go to that are of the right level for what they want to achieve.
Yeah. Brilliant play by Maguire here. Burst into the box. He plays a 1-2 with Harry Maguire, Sterling rather, of all people. Poland deal with it. Gutted. San Marino 1-0 down. There we go. Bets off, people. Never mind.
How much can you cash out for now, James?
God, I dread to think a penny, maybe.
They'll pay you.
Shem says United. It's a good shout, but for me, Kane going from United to Tottenham was just one experiment to the other.
Tottenham to United is virtually a downgrade.
If you're Harry Kane, you want to go somewhere where you can win trophies, and there's absolutely no guarantee at either Spurs or at United that you are going to win trophies at this very moment. If you want guaranteed trophies, you go to Man City. It's just a fact. So it depends on what Harry Kane wants. Does he want to be one of those people that wins a trophy and wins continuous trophies and is always competing for those honours? Or does he want to be one of those people that is the main man in a team, the main goal scorer, the main person who makes stuff happen, being a top goal scorer of a club and for his country? Does he want the individual honours or does he want the team honours? Because if he wants the individual stuff, he stay with Tottenham. 100% you stay with Tottenham because you'll finish the top goal scorer of the Premier League history. You'll finish top goal scorer in Tottenham's history. You break all the records. You get all the individual honours. Or you move on. And that's the choice he's got to make. But England actually have now got a free kick right on the edge of the area. 73 minutes on the clock. I think this is going to be Foden who's going to take this. It is left foot. It doesn't go over the wall. Doesn't go over the wall.
It's not good enough tonight.
Right. Yeah, he's trying too hard. That might sound like a stupid thing to say, but he is just trying too hard. Time for changes, Gareth. It's 74 minutes on the clock. You've yet to make a single change. Yet to make a change. Dan has said the problem you have if Kane keeps moving around, it confuses the centre back so that they are unsure who they will have to mark because Kane is not in the centre. Whilst I agree with that, Kane is most effective when he's either just on the outside of the box or when he's inside the box. I don't want him dropping to the halfway line trying to make stuff happen when you've got Foden, Mount, Sterling, and all of those other players. They're doing it for him. He just doesn't need to do it. There you go. Hungary are winning 3-0. Who's that against? I can't remember who that was against now. Michael says, I think Kane will go abroad, perhaps City if the right deal.
If anyone can make the right deal happen, it'll be City.
Yeah.
Imagine how much wages Aguero leaving is going to free up.
True. Very true. Kane wins England a free kick here. Bednarak is all over him, holding his shirt, literally not letting him go. This is quite a way out, so this is going to have to be a really good ball into the box now. But Poland are now making a substitution. You have to ask why are England not? Really have to ask that question. I don't understand.
Gareth believes.
Gareth believes. Jesus Christ. Whilst this sub's going on.
You still losing?
Sorry?
Are you still losing the vote?
Yes. It's got 102 votes on there. Sterling's got 53% of the vote. It is close. It's really close.
Well, close isn't good enough, though, is it, James? Sterling's still better.
So, yeah.
I tell you what, Shem, if Man City get Messi and Haaland together, that's a silly, silly combination with Sterling in there as well.
Yeah. Right. Come on, England. Make something happen. 73 minutes. Foden in the middle. Plays it back to Phillips. Look out to the right. He loses the ball. And Poland have now picked up the ball. Calvin Phillips, man. He looks knackered. He looks absolutely knackered. We've got to start making some subs soon. Freshen things up, Gareth. Come on. Just make a sub. It's not difficult. Make a sub.
They're saying on the commentary that they would have made subs already, and it's a bit too late.
Just to give yourself a bit of energy. Just make a change now. I don't think the subs are warming up, says Dan, which if they're not is a shame. Because what's going to happen is ultimately we're going to lose the ball in midfield in a stupid position, and Poland are going to counter-attack and make something happen.
There were some people warming up down to the right, but I don't know what team it was.
Oh, great ball into the box there by Mount. But again, where the hell is Harry Kane? Jogging on the edge of the area, just trying to get in. Because again, he's dropped in deep. I don't know who I said that. Did I not say Poland? I'm not sure. Haaland will not join United ever, says Ev. Is that a foul? Every time someone goes near the goalkeeper, it's an immediate foul. It's not good. That was a corner in by England. Maguire does kind of just go into him there, but it's a bit harsh. But Lee Sturgeon, tactically Southgate is being outclassed this half. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, very, very true. I just don't understand why he's not made a sub yet. We are looking tired. We're looking lethargic. We're not making the right choices now. We need to freshen things up to really give this go a game. Have a bit of a go at trying to win this match. Because as I said, there's now a mistake in us. I can just sense it going to happen. I can sense it's going to happen. Because we're not doing much from an attacking threat, really. Nowhere near as to what the levels we were in the first half. Oh, just I'm a little bit concerned that Ipswich background is going to be making an appearance on the show on Monday. There we go. Shem has said, we have no plan B. We're so worried about changing it. Come on, Pizza Hut. Come on, Pizza Hut pen. Change it. I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? Pizza Hut pen? Not sure. Shem, explain yourself. And imagine Lewandowski playing tonight. Exactly.
I was going to say, we're drawing with Poland in a team that's technically a bit of a let-off, if the truth be told. Considering Lewandowski's up there as one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah, arguably probably is right now.
And he's also been one of the form strikers in the world consistently for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So has to be taken seriously.
Yeah, it's a very good point, Dan. Very, very good point. We've got 9
Do you think
minutes left.
one player, though, Dan, is enough to make that difference? With the players that you can see that he would have been playing around tonight, do you think that one player could have really shone?
Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, no, probably, yeah. I think they would have done. I'm so annoyed he hasn't changed things up.
I mean, we see at Ipswich where they've got world-class strikers but no support to help them get goals. So I just wondered if you think it might be the same, James. Caden Jackson, James Norwood. These are names.
James Norwood being described as world-class. But here we are. This is what we bring you on the DJam YouTube channel.
He's got a good top knot.
Gareth Southgate was known as Pizza Hut Pen at Villa after his Pizza Hut advert for missing a pen in the 96 and for breaking our hearts. There you go.
That was a sad moment.
He's a target man and would have put the centre half's backs under much more pressure. Before that. Not sure where this game is going now.
It's not going anywhere.
Poland seem unbelievably comfortable at the moment. That's the problem. All of the attacking ideas and threat that we had in the first half has just gone in this half. Sterling's not done as much as he did do in the first half. Foden is just lacking ideas of what to do.
Can we not forget that the goal we scored was a penalty?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any real serious strain on the goalkeeper.
No, not really. It's a good point. Mount is probably our bright spark at the moment. I can't remember actually seeing Rice doing a huge amount in this game. Phillips is looking leggy right now. I just baffles me that we haven't made any changes. And as everyone's been saying, no subs warming up. I think we've gone beyond that point now. I think he's sticking with it. Alex, I'm back. What's happening? Not an awful lot, mate. If we're being honest with you, not an awful lot. But that's a good effort by Mount there, and it's gone behind for a corner.
Commentators have just said, I can't believe he hasn't made a substitution.
Yeah. To be fair, Roy Keane, the real one, said it at half-time about us. That's interesting. Really interesting. But England have got a corner, 84 minutes on the clock. Ball is whipped into the back post, headed back in. Maguire, oh, goal! Harry Maguire scored! Oh my God! What a finish! Absolutely brilliant play. Absolutely brilliant play. Stones at the back post, heads it back into play. And Harry Maguire composes himself. What a finish. I can't wait for you to see this one, mate.
Is this the first decent corner?
Yes. Brilliant from Stones.
Look what you can do with some decent delivery.
Absolutely brilliant from Stones. But
Barney, that comment you've just dropped, hilarious.
Sorry?
God, what a goal.
Brilliant, isn't it?
What a goal.
Absolutely superb finish from Harry Maguire.
Absolutely instinctive, that as well. Just lashed at it.
Brilliant finish.
Go on, slabhead.
Brilliant. Just updating the graphic there.
Chesney was close to being able to get a whole hand to that.
There he goes. He's now making a substitution. That is a fucking Gareth Southgate, man. Southgate, man.
Is he bringing on a couple more DMs?
He's taken off Phil Foden. He's bringing on Reece James.
Right.
That's a 5. That's a 5 at the back.
Yeah. We're going more defensive.
That's 5 at the back now. That is Walker dropping in as a back 3. Reece James going to right back. Very defensive.
That check back of the ball by Stones, very, very good.
Yeah. Shem have backed the wrong centre half to score. You couldn't make it up, could you? A sub. Just like I said, that is just typical. And now, as I said, we're going to a back 5. It's all backs against the wall. Sit back in deep and just let Poland have as much of the ball as they want. And inviting pressure. That's all we're going to see in these final 3 or 4 minutes.
5-4-1. Absolute bore.
Sorry?
It'll be a 5-4-1, won't it?
Yeah.
Even Kane is sitting deeper as well. Oh, actually, we might be playing with a 3 at the top, but much wider by the looks of it.
Poland are in the box now. Oh, he's cut the ball back, and Jesus Christ, no one's just bloody hell. This is what it's going to be like for the last few minutes. They absolutely walked into the box there. Sterling kind of gave up on his man. He cuts the ball back, and it's literally just in front of the player. Harry Kane's gone down, and he wings England a free kick. So that should just kind of give us a few seconds of respite. But Jesus Christ. And question for you: who would you play in goal in the Euros? We went through 1 to 11 for the Euros, Dan, and I said that I'd pick Nick Pope would be my goalkeeper. Who would you have, Adam?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Nothing interesting from me there, thoughts wise. I think Pope's the way forward.
Yeah. It could end up 2-2, says Gary. I think no, it could be right. Kane has gone off for Calvert-Lewin, so he's making a change up top as well, just to give us a little bit more energy up top when we are counter-attacking. Sitting back, that's where we will lose games even more against stronger teams while changing it up. Yeah, it's a fair shout. England have just got to be smart now. Take your time, keep the ball, compose yourself. Another substitution is now being made by England.
How good is
Lingard,
it to have someone like Calvert-Lewin to come on at this point in a game?
Yeah. Lingard's now coming on for Sterling. So Sterling's evening is over. I just want to see how that Twitter poll's going. Let's have a look. Here we go.
Lingard was quite good against San Marino, so...
Harry, we now need a third goal. Yeah. Unfortunately, the moment you go back to 5 at the back, you are literally playing for this win now at 2-1. I'll reveal the results at the end, but it's a final result. Sterling won with 54% of the vote.
Well done.
54%. Fair play.
46% of you are wrong.
All right, Brexit, calm down. And Barnard, Jesus, the subs are being brought on now like people queuing for the job centre ready to go into the building. It's very true. Very true. Very true. Right, England are in the corner now. Lingard just needs to play it safe in the corner. Yep, keeping the ball. Plays it against the Poland player. And it's a corner for England. And they're going to take their time over this. We're nearly done a minute of extra time. And we're playing keep ball from a corner against Poland.
It's glamorous stuff.
Yep. So potentially we have won this game tonight with a penalty and a corner set piece.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Shem. Oh, tough question.
Let us back into non-league.
Sorry?
Let us back into non-league.
Man of the match. Who would you give as your man of the match?
Probably Kane has been the busiest, and
I'm going to go with Mason Mount. He seems to be the only one from an England perspective who's created anything. Who's wanted to make stuff happen. So yeah, I would have to say Mason Mount for me. But I'd love to get people's thoughts in the comment section. Who's been your man of the match? So you're saying Kane?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been constantly trying to make things happen and made it look lively.
Yeah. So Adam's saying Kane. I'm saying Mason Mount. Anna's said Foden as well. Connor, evening. Have I missed it? Yes, it's not been the greatest of second halves. Let's put it that way. First half, England looked pretty decent, without creating a huge amount. But second half, Poland have really upped their game, and we've been found out massively. Oh, I think Walker, the strength. I think
we've been poor though. I genuinely do.
England.
Yeah. Haven't created enough genuine chances.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a fair shout.
Set pieces have been awful, and we've had a lot of them.
Yeah.
But Poland have used their strength against us all night long, which has meant they've committed a lot of fouls. We should be countering that by making the most of those set pieces, and we're just not set up for it.
Yeah. Shem says Dixon will give it to Maguire. For me, it's Mount or Foden. Connor, I watched a bit of it.
Yeah, if you score the winning goal on ITV, you do get man of the match.
Yeah, it's very true. It's completely lazy punditry, but yes, it's very true. It will come up in a minute as to who he's given it to. But yeah, for me, I would give it to Mount.
Connor, if I would have known you're going to the kebab shop, I would have put an order in.
Yeah, same to be fair. Right. 3 minutes and 46 seconds into injury time. We're nearly done with the 4 minutes, but it's a long throw in by Poland. Oh, just over the bar. I say just. It was a bloody. It was miles over the bar. Absolutely mile. Michael Crofer, all 3 games have been poor. By the looks of things, we're gonna be 9 points out of 9, but in no way, shape, or form have been convincing.
It's not the England that people want to see, is it?
No. And I'd give it to Southgate for his management masterclass.
Calvert-Lewin for his disgracefully cut socks. If anyone has seen those, goodness me.
Have you seen that he tweeted out? If anybody
the custard creams,
what my shimpan was, the custard creams. That was brilliant. Oh, here we go. They're allowing Poland with one more attack now. They've got the ball out on the left-hand side. James, just stand up. Do not make a challenge. That's it. Go into them. And there it is. Full time. England win by 2-1. Not convincing. 1 iota. We win thanks to a Harry Kane penalty and a Maguire absolute brilliant shot. But a goal has come from a penalty and from a corner. Alex, fair play to you, mate. You did call that result. 2-1 to England. My background is safe. I do not have to have an Ipswich logo behind me for Monday's live show. But not impressed. Not impressed by that performance at all from England. First half was 6 out of 10 performance. We looked decent without creating a massive amount of opportunities, but we looked pretty comfortable. There was not a huge amount going on. Poland didn't really seem up for it. Second half, they upped at least 2 gears. They came out with aggression, with a bit of passion. They were in England's faces. They were causing us problems. But like you said, Adam, it was causing us problems without actually having any sort of clinical pass and clinical touch about them. It was more of they were hurrying us and making us and forcing us into mistakes. And that's exactly how the Poland goal came about. They forced us into a mistake because they were closing down properly. They got themselves the goal and the equaliser, and England never really reacted.
No.
They never really reacted until the set piece. Stones at the back post with the first decent delivery from an England set piece the entire game into the back post. Stones does brilliantly well to keep the ball in play, and Maguire finishes it. And then again, hanging on at the end there, time wasting in the corner. But it's 3 wins from 3 games. So, from an FA perspective, from Gareth Southgate's perspective, he'll be thinking, well, what more do people want?
Job done.
But from a fan's perspective, it's not been impressive, has it? Let's be honest, it's not really been impressive. What do you kind of make of that, of tonight's performance?
Can't say much more, really. I'd just expected more from them, something a bit more clinical, creating more chances, using those attacking players to show their class.
Yeah.
But results in the bag.
Exactly, yeah. Another good show, guys. Sorry I was late in, but guess what? Football is back. Yeah, it 100% is. It's 3 points, and that's about it, says Shem. Just think if Poland had Lewandowski, says Connor. Yeah, we said it earlier on. It was just Jesus Christ, where would we have been in that game? 9 points granted, not played anyone that are going to test England when we start playing half-decent teams, says Michael. Yeah, it's a fair shout. But this is what always happens with England. We do well in the qualifiers and everyone gets a little bit hyped and a little bit gassed. We get to the tournaments and we ultimately end up letting ourselves down. But there it is. But yeah, football is back from a non-league perspective, and it's been good to see loads of people posting out about it all over social media. So yeah, we, as in myself and Adam, will be getting to some games, next month onwards. But for now, I think, I think we're just going to have to kind of, we're not going to be able to go to many games over the next month due to the rules, etc. But we're going to leave it there. We'll end tonight's show. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined in and has been a part of the live show. It's been really good. Been really nice to just sit there and watch a game of football with my best mate and chat to you guys. And I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, remember to give the video a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. That would be massively appreciated. But until next time, as always on the show, thank you very much for joining. Adios.